Hello, everybody. We are already into the month of May. The year is ticking along. There has been plenty of rugby on in recent times. Champions Cup finalists are known to us now. We're going to have two French teams in La Rochelle and Toulouse playing that one. We've got the Reds up against the Brumbies in Super Rugby AU's final. We've got the Crusaders and the Chiefs in Super Rugby Aotearoa's final. There's finals galore. We've still got Super Rugby Trans-Tasman to come. The Rainbow Cup is underway. There's been heaps of rugby. But maybe the thing that's on a lot of people's minds is still the British and Irish Lions. That squad is being named this week, which is going to be fascinating to watch. But before we get to that, I'll go through some of the stats of the month. And talk a little bit about Ireland as well, as they were to tour the Pacific, but that seems to be not going to happen anymore. So how did things go in April? It was an interesting month. As I said, there was still plenty of rugby on. Six Nations was finished the month before, so there's been a bit of a gap in terms of the internationals, but still plenty of stuff going on in the men's club scene. But there was the women's Six Nations as well, which I was able to have a wee look at, which was good exposure for me because I hadn't seen much of that before. I think it was like 71 videos in April. Bloody hell. So yeah, plenty of those. Top viewing countries for the month was UK number 1, Ireland number 2. Maybe that was on the back of some Lions stuff. New Zealand 3, Australia 4, and South Africa 5. It's kind of usually those countries in the top 5, but the order sometimes varies. Outside the top 5, we got viewers from the USA, France, Canada, Fiji, Germany, Japan. In that order, it keeps going, including 22 views from the Isle of Man. So there you go. That's what happens if you scroll all the way towards the bottom. Main demographic is males between 25 and 34, which always tends to be pretty consistent, but only 94% male this time. So, yeah. I think that's up. I think 6% is about the max we ever get in terms of female viewers. But yeah, no, it's been good. Not surprisingly, the most popular video was when I went and picked a 23-man squad for the British and Irish Lions. I always love those videos in terms of the engagement and seeing people's great ideas and other feedback. Some of the feedback is always just outrageous. I don't know what it is about the Lions videos that gets people's gears up, but it seems to be a thing. So look out when Gatland names his own squad this week, because I'm sure there will be a few people maybe a wee bit upset. But anyway, I'm sure Gatland will pick a balanced and very effective looking squad. A quick thanks I just want to say to the supporters on Patreon who have supported the channel, especially since last month when I finished at my day job. If you guys didn't know, and most people seem to know by now, that I took redundancy from my day job with the university I was working for not doing all that well. So we had a real influx of people who signed up on Patreon. That was really awesome to see. Thank you guys so much for the support, especially to John, Ian, and Michael, who signed up for the top level I've got on Patreon, which is just amazing support. Thank you guys so much. But everyone else here on this list as well, a bunch of new people, as I mentioned. All that support is really, really much appreciated. I don't know, what can I say without getting too emotional, just that it really means a lot that you guys are willing to sacrifice a buck, which could be, you know, a beer or goodness knows what, a meal or whatever it is every month to support this channel. It's really touching. I will put the link to Patreon in the description if anyone else is keen to sign up. If you're financially able and like the channel, it is always much appreciated. I do put a little bit extra content out there. We talk the prediction results from the Super Brew pools. We talked about George North's injury this month, jersey reviews, and Perenara going to league and all this other stuff. So yeah, there's always a little bit of extra content on there as well. But as I said, thank you to your Patreons for supporting, but also for you guys on the YouTube channel as well, man. All you guys who view the vids, especially, there's been an increase in people putting likes on the vids as well. That does help with YouTube's algorithm. Adding your comments, all of that stuff, really much appreciated, guys. thank you as always for coming along for the ride. Now, in terms of other news, the Ireland pullout of their tour of Fiji is maybe one that's not hugely surprising. If you didn't know, Fiji has been largely, from what I understand, like I guess a bit like New Zealand and some of the other Pacific islands, kind of away from the pandemic. I guess the isolation of being an island is kind of helpful in that, but they have recently gone into a lockdown with a few COVID cases in Fiji. So with that being on the cards, Ireland has pulled out of their tour of Fiji. I think that we're going to play 2 games in Fiji and 1 in Tonga. It's a bit disappointing, seeing as how early we are in. I mean, we're just in May, and the tour was supposed to be in July. But I don't know that we will see the end of teams kind of pulling out of tours. Obviously, the main one on everyone's lips is the Lions tour. That's going to be tough to organise, however they do it. But there's still other tours going on as well, despite the pandemic, for better or worse. So Fiji, lockdown. They were going to have travel restrictions in terms of going into quarantine and whatnot if they arrived in Fiji, the Irish guys. So it was never going to be an easy tour to get underway. And it seems like the burden of the lockdown of Fiji plus all the prep work has just made it no longer viable. So I think they are exploring options, Ireland, as to replacement games to be playing. Remember, there's also Italy supposed to be coming to New Zealand. France is supposed to be going to Australia. I think England and the US are supposed to be playing each other, hence the jersey I'm wearing now. Georgia and Scotland are going to play, and Argentina and Wales are going to play. So there's still the Lions are going to play Japan and whatnot. So there's there's a heap of games on the cards, despite international travel restrictions and a pandemic going on. But I'm always an optimist. I'll say fingers crossed that we can get things across the line. But obviously the health and safety aspect has to be paramount. The other one is just that the Lions squad is being named this week. I think it's about 2 days, is it? It's going to be on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, go to the British and Irish Lions YouTube channel. Upcoming live streams, you can see it there. I think it's like 11 or 10:40, like 11 a.m. Don't quote me on that. Go look for yourself to make sure you don't miss it. On their YouTube channel, which makes it, I think, 11:40 in the UK, makes it 10:40 here at night. So it's late morning, midday in the UK. And then that'll be late evening here in New Zealand. So I'll be certainly staying up for that one. See if we can crack on with a live stream for that. It should be pretty fun. Although last time we did a live stream for like a big event, it was like the World Cup pools being drawn, and like YouTube itself kind of had a big, I was going to say something itself. You know what I mean? It had a big issue. So that was a bizarre one, but I was still able to see the draw because it was on YouTube. So yeah, that's going to be a fascinating one, like I mentioned, to see the balance of the squad, to see who makes it, who misses out. I see Ben Youngs has pulled out of contention. Remember, they sent out a bunch of letters to players, I think, who were the possibles, and then Ben Youngs is, I'm assuming, one of those who got a letter to say he was kind of in their sights for a potential Lions berth, but he came back with a thanks but no thanks. So whether he would have made it, I don't know, probably. But anyway, we'll see how things go. Not too long to go for that one. But yeah, as I said, thank you again, guys, patrons, viewers, subscribers. Oh, I should have said that there's like only 38% of my viewers are subscribed. So it's an easy thing to change if you can. But yeah, cheers, guys. Here's to another month. Still plenty of rugby on the cards. And yeah, as always, take care of yourselves, guys. I will talk to you again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.